afternoon. This is Ginni Aneja, and I'm here with your analysis for the month of July. Every time I come online to record a numerology analysis, I'm sure everybody has the thought, what now? What are we expecting this month? Well, there's a lot that we are expecting this month, and unfortunately, as much as I would like to be positive about everything, every negative has a positive, is what is said. And I'm sure when I see it from the point of view or perspective of God, I believe, and from, of course, my experience, I believe that yes, in the long run, it's only in the long run that we realize what was the positive in it. Now, this month of July, which is a number 7 month in a 41-5 year, adds up to a 48. And a 4 and 8 together spells earth. Both of the 4 and 8, the element is earth. Now, 4 is about work, 4 is about earth, 8 is 4 plus 4 makes an 8. So it's this too much of earth. Now, although 4 is about, or 8 rather, is about stability, 4 is about moving towards stability. So 4 and 8, so moving towards stability, or rather finding stability through work. Now, that work could be, earth is related to farmers, it's related to land, it's related to construction, it's related to building as in not building, but building on your plans, building on your projects, your finances, your family. It could mean in a lot of aspects. Now, 8 is the number of Saturn, and 4, according to the way I take it, is the number of Rahu. And Rahu is Saturn's brother, so they're both actually in harmony. 4 and 8, obviously. So, Saturn is, or 8, or Saturn is also the number of justice, crime, money. It is also the number of corporate business, abundance, prosperity. So, yes, I believe some kind of prosperity definitely should be coming this month, uh, depending on what kind of hard work you've put in. Um, Other than that, when you see, when I come to relationships, work, and, personalized, we'll do it then. But when you see overall, as far as the world is concerned, I already, now the total of 4 and 8 is a 12, sun, moon, and total is Jupiter. And Jupiter is in retrograde and moving towards Saturn now. I have explained even before what Saturn and Jupiter coming together, especially with the effect of Rahu, can create. But let's not get into astrology here. Now, a 7 month would mean a end with a total of 483 in that order. It would mean that archaeological findings, there will definitely be some kind of archaeological findings uh, that may kind of surprise the world. And also when that's the positive side of it. This findings doesn't necessarily mean only archaeological, it could mean research. Now, people are awakening, people are waking up to reality. People, all these centuries we've been living in a world of our own and a dream world, and now we're about waking up to see reality, taste reality, and work on that basis how the future needs to be, how we need to plan for the future, not only on a personal level but on a large scale level. 8 is also government, 8 is also politics, and total coming to a 12-3. So the 1 being there definitely spells politics, government, and 8 is the lower level, while as 1 is the higher level. So You can say something like the municipal corporations and agencies of the government, while one would be, I've spoken about this in my numerology videos. In case you haven't seen it, please go back and see it. It's there on my channel under numerology, analysis of numbers, as in, numerology of numbers playlist. And one is, you can say, the CM or the PM, and the higher authorities. So definitely there is going to be some kind of play happening here, and some kind of movement happening here, because let's not forget that it's a 5 year, and five definitely means change at every step, every level. And this change generally is a progressive change. So some things may change, but of course, uh, that may actually be revealed to the public much later, a couple of months later, somewhere, you can say maybe in November. Now, research in other fields, scientific fields, it could be agricultural fields, since this is related to 4 and 8, and it's related to the farm and farmlands and earth. So food wise, yes, it could take that turn and go towards there, uh, which will come sooner or later. And now, when you speak about a 5 year, there are bound to be natural calamities, but not in every city of the world or every country of the world, and not every kind of calamities. There are different kind of calamities that happen, disasters and calamities, and we have seen that happening since the year has begun in different forms, be it floods, cyclones, um, tornadoes, hurricanes, whatever. So this month, since it has got to do with number 7, and the total coming to a 4 and 8, which is more related to earth. 7, I would say, is related to air and water. It's related to thought, and it's related to history. So um, there may be, there will be landslides, heavy rain, floods, heavy floods, I would say, because it totals to a 3, and 3 is Jupiter. And whenever Jupiter comes in, it just enhances the whole thing, enlarges the whole thing. And earthquakes, yes, big ones, definitely big ones. In this case, because it's a combination of 4, 8, and 3, and I do feel that there will be. Other than that, uh, what will be affected will be research organizations. Now, when you say research organizations, because the 8th house in astrology is about research, and 8 here, Saturn, is connected to that house. So I would say that kind of the research organizations, like, the RAW, CBI, NCB, FBI, scientific, organizations which do scientific research and all. So these somewhere are going to be in the picture, and they may be affected. There may be some kind of change happening. Uh, I don't know why I get the feeling that some scientist or somebody related to this, maybe even farmers, some of them may go in for. So they always say it's a suicide, but I doubt it'll be a suicide. Don't know why, but what comes to my mind is suicide. So, like I said, that they always say that it is a suicide, but I doubt, because 8, the number of crime, and 4, the number of Rahu, which is always smoky. That means it hides, and it does not reveal the truth. So there is always a mystery behind it. Wherever 4 comes in, there will always be a mystery behind that. That is why there is a lot of mystery still there, hidden in this year, and whatever that is coming out, revealing in this year. And yet, let me tell you that in this 2021 year, there is still a lot. We may think that we know a lot, that there is still a lot that we do not know, and we will only find out with time. Now, being the number that it is, Jupiter and Saturn coming together, and of course the moon behind it, there is a kind of spirituality surge. So there will be people who will be more, I wouldn't say attracted, but move towards spirituality because of all that is happening around us. I don't need to spell it out. You all know what is happening. We all know the conspiracies, and we all know the conspiracy theories that people call it, which are actually, I would say, we are so used to living in that bubble of everything is hunky dory that we refuse to accept facts and information when it is given to us, just because it may seem a little ugly or it is something that we've not witnessed ourselves. So that is the reason people will be drawn towards spirituality, and there may be some, who would be drawn more towards the fanaticism or religious bend of spirituality. So according to them, they would say, "Oh, I am spiritual," but what they'll be actually doing is um, trying to find their spiritual connection in their religion, which is not bad. I mean, everybody does that at some point, and if it helps, why not? Other than that, uh, as Earth is experiencing a shift, I've already spoken about this, the axis is moving. So, yes, there will be climatic changes. A lot of people say that the climate change and the climate shift is manufactured or fake or being done. Maybe possible, but I feel that along with that, if that is true, uh, this definitely is going to happen because the numbers are like that. The planets are aligned like that. So, of course, we'll find out when we do tarot. I will be doing a tarot session specifically for the general. So, subjects like COVID and weather and climate and earth and everything. So, that is going to be important, and I will be doing that. Now, as I said, 8 and 1 numbers being active in this month. So, like a 41 also has a 1. So, politics is going to be important, and I feel that there is going to be a lot of hidden agendas that we are not aware of. But Rahu is still in the second house with Taurus. So, a lot of hidden agendas. So, like I said earlier, that a lot of things may shift in the political circle, but we may not be aware of it as yet. And 8 being the number of justice, I think the need for justice and the cry for justice is going to be loud this month. If you don't think so, make it loud. Make yourself heard. And justice now does not only necessarily mean suicides and murders and people who are dead. It also means a general justice for humanity, whatever is happening. COVID and, the jabs and people dying. So, whatever stories, whatever theories, whatever reality, uh, the lockdowns been happening, people are suffocated sitting at home, and it's time that they need to go out and speak for their freedom and ask for their freedom, because this is your life, one life. I mean, you've not seen the past or the future. Right now, you're living in this life, and this moment now is alive. And we wasted 1.5 years of our life sitting at home or working from home, or some people not even working and just living out of their savings. So, speak up. If you don't now, when? And large possibility of discoveries. And yes, like I was talking about, uh, there have been people are waking up, talking, and wanting to know the truth. So I believe that there is going to be some kind of a research or a discovery of maybe post-mortem of the people claimed to die with COVID, and that will uncover a lot of truth. And the more people do it, the more the truth is going to be out there for everybody to see. So I think that is something that will happen this month. Justice, as I said when I was speaking about justice, there is also the issue of farmers. And this, I think, is going to escalate this month. Like, for a while they've been quiet and there's not much movement happening there. I just recently heard about somebody who was killed. So, well, it was claimed that it was a suicide. It was claimed that he burnt and things like that. But from what I hear from my sources, that it was actually murder. And maybe now is the time when the farmers will actually get fed up and start speaking up and, you know, talking and discussing and arguing and take their movement towards the right justice, to the right authorities. So this month, I definitely feel something like that is bound to happen. Now, uh, when we talk about work, relationships, career, uh, personal, so relationship wise, no, it's not going to be very great. Divorces, arguments, misunderstandings. Mercury retrograde is over, but Saturn is in retrograde, Jupiter is in retrograde, Mars is also going to go in retrograde. It's not already today, but it is going to go into retrograde. And um, this is going to, and Mars and Saturn are opposite each other. So anger is going to fly, arguments are going to happen, accidents are going, okay, I'll come to that in the health. So murders and suicides, yes. So psychologically, I would request, please take care of everyone around you. Look at the signs, notice the signs, notice what is not being said. Not what is being said, notice what is not being said. And help, you know, your near and not only your near and dear ones, but if you can reach out to people maybe you're not so close to, but you realize that something is amiss. So try and reach out to more and more people, more friends, and check up on them, and see what is the state of mind they are in, because at the end of the day, this long period, the so it's got to people financially, it's got to people emotionally and mentally, but there is a limit to everything, so they are under this, people, all of us in fact, are under this illusion that we can die, we can kill ourselves, we can suicide, but we cannot fight the government, or we cannot protest for our independence or for our freedom, personal freedom. We cannot do this and that. Why not? Why not? Why do people forget that the police, the government, the army, the whatever you call it, is your paid servant? You are the one who's paying taxes, and that is where their salary is coming from, including the CM and the PM of the country and the state, including the politicians. They are there because of you. You are the one who put them there. You're the one who pay for their salaries. You are the one who can demand. You are not the one who is their servant and on their orders. I don't understand why this is a simple thing that people do not understand. Why doesn't it just strike you? Why do you have to listen to them? I understand that you cannot do anything which is illegal and wrong. But who decides the laws, and who decides what is morally and ideally right or wrong? That, nobody needs to be 100% right. It's not compulsion that just because it is the government, they're 100% right. Just because it is the PM or the CM, they're 100% right. Just because that man is wearing a uniform of a cop, he is 100% right. Or just because he's working in a government agency, he has to be 100% right. Bull crap. No. Wake up. Start speaking. Start thinking. Open your mind. If you are depressed, you are bored, if you have nothing to do, if you don't have work, do something about it. Don't just sit there being depressed. I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed. Or I'm not getting along, or I'm having fights at home. Find out what is the reason. Get some counseling. Go see a psychologist. If not, get a reading done from me, or think, meditate, do some breathing, do some jogging. While you jog, just think, 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 think. Come to a conclusion. Be practical in life. This is the time to be practical in life. Other than having faith and praying to God. That is very important at its own level. But just doing that is not going to help. What you also need to do is be practical and work on it. Now, there was relationships, divorces, separations, things like that. On the other hand, there may be some people who may want to get engaged, want to get married. And so I don't see marriages so much. Yeah, but more than that, I see engagements happening, commitments happening, but not to a very great level. Some, yeah. And when it comes to health, accidents, I already spoke about murders and suicides, digestion issues, and alcoholism may rise. So, what you need to do now, the lockdown is being relaxed little, but every time it's little relaxed, it comes back. People are, they need respite. They need to connect. Human race is a social race. They need to connect. So when you connect with people, there are parties, there's drinking after a long time, there's happiness, joy. Yeah, but that, you need to curb your alcoholism a little bit. Even if you're drinking, partying, please try and limit it to max twice a week, and not very often, or not every day. And if it is going to be twice a week, try and make it not Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but maybe either Friday and Sunday, or something like that, a little earlier in the day. Keep it light, and keep it simple. So health, I see digestion issues coming up now with a lot of people dying. uh, this is what I hear. This is the reason that they are dying, because of the prick. And uh, there are a lot of people who are dying, who may be dying because there are lockdowns. But I've heard about a lot of towers being put up in a lot of places around the world. uh, Maybe some places, they have their agenda this week in this state, or this month in this state, next month there. So that's how things happen. And I just read in the morning that some postmortem was done, and it was found out that it was due to the radiation. So please keep your eyes open for anything like that. If it is radiation, instead of going by all those allopathic expensive medicines that have a lot of side effects, try go back to Ayurveda, homeopathy, natural diet, and a lot of other things. If you've seen my videos with Dr. Tarun, or Mr. Kamalpreet, or Dr. Susan, there are a lot of ways to keep yourself healthy, and especially your digestion. So constipation is going to be an issue. Try have more fiber, and intermittent fasting will definitely help. Liquid diet definitely will help. Raw food diet will definitely help. So that is something you need to take care of. um, Hormonal issues may come up for a few people, like the reproductive organs, like PCOD and things like that, or thyroid and all. But other than that, yes, I do see some people having heart problems. So keep your heart in check. What you can do to make sure that your blood remains thin, and the cholesterol issue or the clotting issue doesn't come up, because heart problems may come up. What you need to do is drink hot water with cinnamon and turmeric in the morning, along with 1 pod of garlic and 1 teaspoon of onion juice. This, if you can do, as in not add it in the water, have that, and then have that glass of hot water with cinnamon and turmeric. If you want, you can add a few drops of honey to it. Also, every time you are going to have water, try and have, if you've especially gone for this, try and have as much hot water as you can, because it helps to thin your blood, it helps to cut down your fat, it helps to keep your arteries free flowing. That is important. um, okay, one thing I forgot, I missed out, is a lot of, in relationships, there are certain extramarital affairs that may be revealed. If you are having one, or if you're having flings, well, what do I say? You may be exposed, and that is the reason that your married life may go for a toss. And even if you're in a relationship and you're cheating on your partner, that may be found out. So work wise, for 8-3, definitely it is related to land, it is related to interiors, it is related to renovation, it is related to agriculture, farming. So these people may have a lot of movement, a lot of changes. It could be for the good, or it could be for the bad. And the MNCs, the multinational corporate companies and all, something is going to shift. Like, they may go in for a different policy. Some companies may need to shut down. Some companies may expand and expand. I think more of expand. And this month, I see that the best thing I see about career wise is, a lot of people who are without jobs. I think this month, a lot of people who are without jobs are probably going to find a job, or probably going to get a job. And there may be promotions, there may be, um, you know, um, they may be called for a job. So, work wise, this is a good month for people who are into jobs, especially in the MNCs. So, if you're looking for a job, look for one in an MNC. At least go give your resumes in a couple of them. You never know, you may hit the jackpot. And the HR companies are going to get active. The pharma companies have been thriving since last year. And that's sad. As long as it is about vitamins and minerals and Ayurveda and homeopathy, good. But if it is all those medicines that are tried and tested on animals and have not, or even injections, or even, uh, you know, VAC, that the results have not been very great, but they are going to be doled out a lot probably this month. So please be very careful. I just read in the morning about an article where a person was given a fake jab and she fell sick with that. I'm sorry. And fake medicines, a lot of fake companies, pharma, I believe will be exposed. So that is something you need to look out for. If you're going to get any medicines, just make sure you're buying it from the right source and it is authentic and original. That was health, relationships, career, world, COVID, everything. As for COVID is concerned, I will take it up in my tarot. Make sure you share this video so that a few more people can be enlightened, can be careful, can take the necessary precautions. And if you like what you heard, then please like the video. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and click on the bell icon if you would like to be notified. Thank you so much. This is Ginni Aneja, numerologist and tarot card reader. My website is www.ginnianeja.com. That is where you will find my contacts and you can, my services, of course. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Take care.